We had good news and bad news with our transactions on blockchain. While we could overcome every possible barrier in legacy systems with blockchain, the actual processing came at a cost. The cost of the agonizing waiting time for the snail-paced reality of the network. It's like hitting a roadblock just when we thought we were on the highway to seamless transactions. Fortunately, now there's more good news. Our folks have been trying out alternatives. Buckle up and hold on to hope as we unravel the lightning bypass to the long hurdle of blockchain. Just when we thought we were getting the hang of blockchain, the immutable solution to all our transaction predicaments, we were blatantly shut down by the sluggishness of the network, making us pause in our tracks looking for solutions beyond the limitations imposed by blockchain. Traditional financial transactions involve authoritative parties or intermediaries to verify and authenticate transactions between different parties. These are often centralized institutions such as banks that facilitate transactions and maintain records. Inevitably, with this intervention, however, comes additional expenses for services rendered, along with other hindering factors such as waiting time, legislative procedures, lack of transparency, and security risks. In contrast, blockchain operates on a decentralized network of nodes, eliminating the need for intermediaries. Enabling peer-to-peer transactions, Bitcoin was designed to be secure, transparent, and globally accessible, potentially challenging the existing financial system. However, Bitcoin has one major drawback. Bitcoin was created with decentralization, immutability, and transparency as its core features, making the protocol a nightmare to scale. For example, Visa claims that they have the capacity to handle 65,000 transactions per second, while Bitcoin can only handle 7 transactions per second. Yes, you read that correctly. Bitcoin only has the capacity to handle 7 transactions each second, which doesn't make it ideal to be used as an everyday payment network. In other words, Bitcoin is not very scalable and is not an efficient payment system to handle microtransactions. Here's a hint: trying to pay for Starbucks using Bitcoin is equivalent to using a SWIFT transaction. It is a waste of resources and not its intended purpose. So much for a foolproof transaction network overhauling the traditional systems. The very decentralized nature of blockchain requires complex, time-consuming consensus mechanisms, which makes it not so attractive. Then strikes lightning. Designed to overcome the block posed by blockchain in carrying out SWIFT transactions, the Lightning Network then emerged. The Lightning Network is a Layer 2 protocol built on Bitcoin's blockchain, enabling faster and cheaper transactions. Proposed in 2015 by Joseph Poon and Thaddeus Dryja, the solution allows users to send and receive Bitcoin instantly and with low fees, making it an attractive solution for micropayments and everyday transactions. To understand how the Lightning Network works, it's helpful to first understand how Bitcoin transactions work. When you send a Bitcoin transaction, it is broadcast to all nodes on the Bitcoin network. These nodes then compete to mine the transaction, which means adding it to a block and confirming it. This process can take several minutes, and the fees can be high, especially for small transactions. The Lightning Network works by creating payment channels between users. These channels are essentially two-party micropayment networks that allow users to send and receive Bitcoin payments without having to go through the Bitcoin blockchain. 2 users deposit Bitcoin into a multi-signature address to open a payment channel. This address is controlled by both users, so both users must agree on any transactions that take place in the channel. Once the channel is open, users can send and receive Bitcoin payments as often as they like, without waiting for confirmations on the blockchain. When a user wants to close a payment channel, they broadcast a transaction that settles the balance of the channel. This transaction is then added to a block on the Bitcoin blockchain, and the channel is closed. To sum things up, the Lightning Network enhances scalability by performing computations off-chain. It achieves this by utilizing payment channels to enable users to conduct multiple transactions without immediately recording them on the main Bitcoin blockchain. Multiple transactions, payment channels, off-chain computations, faster transactions, enhanced scalability. The network performs computations off-chain, reducing the burden on the blockchain and enhancing scalability. Once the participants are ready to settle their balances, the final state of the channel is recorded on the blockchain to ensure the security and immutability of the transactions. The Lightning Network offers several benefits for users and the broader blockchain ecosystem. Here are some key advantages. The Lightning Network creates open channels between users for small, cheap payments and create IOUs back and forth before settling accounts on the main Bitcoin blockchain. This means that users can save money on transaction fees, especially for small businesses. For example, you can now pay for a cup of coffee using the Lightning Network with minimal transaction fees, which wouldn't have been practical with on-chain Bitcoin transactions due to higher fees. By enabling a vast number of off-chain transactions, the Lightning Network significantly increases the scalability of blockchain networks. To put the outcome in perspective, on the Bitcoin network, without the Lightning Network, the block size and block confirmation times can lead to congestion and slow transaction processing. Lightning allows users to conduct numerous transactions without burdening the main blockchain. This enables a multitude of off-chain transactions instantaneously with effective management. Considering the transactions are taken off the chain, the Lightning Network reduces the energy required to operate nodes. This has significant implications from a sustainability standpoint. Lightning Network transactions happen really fast, which makes them perfect for situations where you need transactions to be confirmed quickly. This is especially useful for things like online gaming and paying for stuff in stores. With Lightning, you can send lots of transactions almost instantly and without spending much money. It's like having your own little record book, which is a big part of how the Lightning Network works. The Lightning Network provides micropayment support, which means that users can make very small transactions that would not be practical on the main Bitcoin blockchain. This allows users to make tiny payments for digital content or services. For example, a user can stream a pay-per-minute video and pay fractions of a cent for every second of content he watches, making microtransactions feasible for content creators. As we talked about earlier, the Lightning Network makes it possible to have quick and cheap transactions. It fixes some of the big problems with blockchain, which opens up new possibilities for using it in different ways and in different industries. Let us take a look at some of the most potent ones. E-commerce. Lightning Network can be integrated into e-commerce platforms, enabling fast and low-cost payments with Bitcoin, reducing transaction fees and waiting times for customers. The network can quickly finish transactions without needing middlemen, which makes it cheaper for both people buying things and businesses selling them. It also lets stores like coffee shops take payments right away, whether in person or online, just like how you'd pay with a credit card or cash. So, at a coffee shop, for example, you could use Lightning to buy a coffee with Bitcoin fast and without spending too much. Cross-border remittances. More often than not, allowing for cross-border payments is a significant challenge in traditional financial networks governed by central authorities subject to country-specific regulations. The Lightning Network, however, is able to bypass such bureaucracy. Migrant workers, for example, can now use the Lightning Network to send their hard-earned money to their families in their home countries with minimal fees and fast delivery. It has, therefore, the potential to revolutionize remittance services by facilitating instant and low-cost cross-border transactions. Decentralized finance activities. Users can participate in various DeFi activities such as lending, borrowing, and trading with reduced transaction costs over the Lightning Network. An individual can provide liquidity to a decentralized exchange on the Lightning Network, earning fees for facilitating cryptocurrency swaps. Microtransactions and content monetization. The Lightning Network is ideal for enabling microtransactions and monetizing digital content and services such as articles, videos, music, and games. A news website can now charge readers tiny fractions of a cent for every article they read, allowing users to pay for content on a per-view basis. Microfinance. Alternatively, the network can also be used for microfinance applications, such as peer-to-peer lending, providing opportunities for financial inclusion and enabling small-value transactions with minimal fees. Gaming. In the world of gaming, gamers can make small in-game purchases and transactions quickly and cost-effectively using the Lightning Network, as it enables for microtransactions and instant settlements. This means that a gaming platform can offer in-game items, skins, or virtual goods that players can purchase instantly without high transaction fees, enhancing the gaming experience. Machine-to-machine payments. The Lightning Network can facilitate machine-to-machine payments, enabling seamless transactions between devices in the Internet of Things ecosystem. For example, a smart refrigerator can automatically order groceries when supplies run low and make micropayments to suppliers in real time using the Lightning Network. Ticketing and event management. The Lightning Network can streamline ticket sales and event management, reducing fraud and simplifying transactions. An ideal use case would be a music festival organizer issuing tickets as non-fungible tokens on the Lightning Network, ensuring authenticity and enabling secure resale. And these are just a few examples of the Lightning Network's potential use cases and applications. As adoption continues to grow, the network has the potential to disrupt various industries and communities by offering fast, low-cost, and scalable solutions for transactions. While the possibilities are endless, how close are we to making all of that possible in the real world? Let's take a look at the current state of adoption of the Lightning Network and the factors driving it. The Lightning Network has seen significant growth in adoption in recent years. The network's nodes have increased from just a few hundred in 2018 to over 16,000 as of March 2023. The total capacity of the Lightning Network has also increased significantly from just a few BTC in 2018 to over 5,000 BTC as of March 2023. Several things have helped more people start using the Lightning Network. One reason is that more and more folks want payments that are quick and don't cost much. As Bitcoin becomes more popular for everyday buying and selling, people want a way to pay fast and cheaply. That's where the Lightning Network comes in handy. It lets you make payments instantly with really small fees. Another reason for the popularity of the Lightning Network is that it's become easier to use. Before, it was pretty complicated and needed a lot of technical skills to figure out. But now, there are lots of apps and wallets that make it simple for anyone to use. What are the challenges and limitations faced when implementing the Lightning Network? One major failing of the Lightning Network is that you must be online to pay anyone or get paid. If one party goes offline, the other party cannot close the channel, which can lead to funds being locked up. Further, each Lightning Network channel has a limited capacity, and participants need to maintain an appropriate balance of funds to enable bidirectional transactions. The Lightning Network relies on a network of payment channels to facilitate transactions. This can lead to some centralization, as channels tend to be established between nodes with high connectivity and reliability. As a result, there is a risk of power concentration in the hands of a few major participants, which could undermine the decentralized nature of cryptocurrencies. The Lightning Network is primarily designed for Bitcoin, but there have been efforts to enable interoperability with other cryptocurrencies. However, achieving seamless interoperability across different blockchain networks can be technically complex and require coordination among various communities and development teams. As the Lightning Network enables fast and low-cost transactions, it may raise regulatory concerns, particularly with regard to anti-money laundering and know your customer regulations. In some jurisdictions, the Lightning Network's potential for facilitating off-chain and pseudo-anonymous transactions could pose challenges for compliance with financial regulations. It's important to really think about and be careful when we're using the Lightning Network because it can do a lot for blockchain. We need to pay close attention and be cautious so we can use it in the best way possible. This network has grown steadily through adoption and real-world use cases. Companies like Binance are embracing the Lightning Network for deposits and withdrawals, offering potential solutions to scalability challenges. As the Lightning Network continues to gain momentum and more companies integrate the technology into their platforms, we can expect to see even more growth and innovation in the cryptocurrency world. However, the Lightning Network is not without its downsides. It's important to remember that the Lightning Network is still in its early stages of inception and that it can potentially make Bitcoin a more practical and useful currency for everyday use. In the ever-evolving landscape of cryptocurrency, the Lightning Network stands as a beacon of innovation, offering a glimpse into a future where Bitcoin transactions are faster, cheaper, and more accessible than ever before. As companies like Binance lead the way in adopting Lightning technology, we are witnessing the dawn of a new era in the Bitcoin ecosystem. While challenges remain, the Lightning Network's potential to revolutionize digital transactions is undeniable. So, let's continue to embrace its possibilities and watch as it reshapes the way we interact with digital assets, propelling us towards a more efficient and inclusive financial future. Signing off, Catena Media, the premier source for your tech news and information.